Away from the hustle and bustle of the Tunmun city center, we are at a quiet botanic garden, standing in front of a huge traditional Chinese wall sculpture. It is a picture depicting immortals from traditional Chinese mythology. Attending the Queen Mother's birthday celebration, as a polytheist religion, Taoism worships Xiantian gods as well as historical figures, who were believed to have evolved into immortals as a result of their contribution to humankind. In front of this wall sculpture, you are at a sacred tower spot in Tunmun, Tsinghungtempo. Welcome to Tsinghungtempo. I am Liang Yunheng. Today let's go on a tour of this tower's garden. We are at the main entrance, the Gatehouse. The first structure we see before entering the main compound is the Gatehouse, a sign to say welcome. The beautiful Chinese calligraphy, 3 Chinese characters, Qing Cheng Kun, on it is written by a famous later Qing calligrapher, Gui Dian. Modeled on ancient Chinese gate tower, the majestic gatehouse features interior beams fashioned in the imperial architectural style of the Qing dynasty. Tsinghungtempo belongs to the Longmen faction of the Xuanzhan school and is located in Keilun Wai. You can also find these 2 facts encapsulated in the couplet on the gate posts. The lineage of Longmen faction exhorting on the land of unicorn. In Chinese, Qingzun means blue pine, an auspicious symbol for longevity. Actually, the name Tsinghungtempo has a story behind it. One night on December 18th of Chinese calendar, 18 Taoist masters from Guangzhou, Zhubatai, decided to establish a Taoist temple in Hong Kong. Through a Fuji, the immortal Grand Master told them to name the temple Qingzun. Soon they found that these 2 Chinese characters in fact is the combination of 6 Chinese characters that means December 18 people. Inside the gatehouse there are the shrine of Mangguan and the shrine of Fude. Mangguan refers to the door deity who guards the door and wards off devils. Unlike the typical door deity who looks fierce and malicious, the Mangguan of Tsinghungtempo wears a gentle smile on his face in a civil official robe. Holding a book symbolized Tsinghungtempo is a cultural venue. His presence guards visitors' safety. The shrine of Fude worships the god of land, a local god commonly known as Tudi Gong. Clad in Chinese gentleman attire, he welcomes visitors with a smile. The center of the gatehouse is a large urn, a pair of candle holder and a pair of vase made of tin, which are collectively known as wugongqi. Wugongqi are very common on the typical Taoist altar, though the size and materials that they are made of may vary. This set of wugongqi somehow fell to the hands of ordinary folks in Guangdong during the Cultural Revolution. Afterwards, Hao Baoyun, former chief of the Tsinghungtempo, got it and brought it to Hong Kong. Wugongqi on such a large scale is a rarity today. 2 wall paintings are hanged side by side inside the gatehouse. The mighty deities in the pictures are the 2 renowned generals, General Hang and General Ha. General Hang also is known as Zhenglun. He can breathe out white gas to against enemies, while General Ha can breathe out yellow gas to against devils. Contrary to the gentle Mangguan and Tudi Gong, these 2 mighty generals look powerful. No evil spirit would dare to come close to them. Now we are on the first floor of the gatehouse, the palace of Wang Lingguan, the guarding deity of Taoism who fends off evil spirits. Traditionally, the palace of Wang Lingguan usually built at the entrance gate of a Taoist temple. So when worshippers come to the gate, they would first pay tribute to Wang Lingguan. Wang Lingguan's real name was Wang E. He is a spirit worshipped by folks in Xiangyin. As he forced the folks to kill virgin boys and girls to pay tribute to him, his temple was burned by Master Sha Shoujian. Eventually he surrendered to Sha Shoujian and promised not to do bad things anymore. The heaven was informed of his case. He was soon renamed as Wang Shan and appointed as the thunder official of 3-5 fire cart. Clad in a suit of armor, Wang riding on a fire cart has a red face, red beard and 3 eyes that can distinguish truth from lies to guard the gate. On the table, there are fruits in 5 colors. The 5 colors are green, red, white, black and yellow, and together they signify the 5 elements: wood, fire, metal, water and earth, as well as the 5 directions: north, east, south, west, and the middle. The concept of 5 elements is a fundamental and important concept in Taoism and traditional Chinese culture. On both sides of the table, there is respectively a wooden fish and a chime. Wooden fish is a percussion instrument that is hollow inside and shaped like a fish. Chime in China used to be made of jade, but nowadays most are made of bronze. Wooden fish and chime are sacred instruments used during Taoist rituals. The sound of wooden fish sounds like zhi, which means awakening and enlightenment in Chinese. And the sound of chime has a purifying nature and is believed to be able to reach heaven. Can you feel it? In Taoism, the law of nature is the key, which is why Taoist buildings are in harmony with nature. Taoist architectures usually have a north-south direction axis. Along the axis there are temples that worship the major immortals. On both sides of the line there are temples devoted to other deities and other forms of buildings. The design of all these structures takes into account solar and lunar movements and the principle of symmetry. In Tsinghungtempo, you can see the idea of building along the axis and the principle of symmetry. Along the axis, there are in order the main entrance, the gatehouse, the archway, the bell tower, the drum tower, the fountain, and the great palace. Out of the window of the palace of Wanglingguan, you can see the axis of Tsinghungtempo. This archway is a landmark of Tsinghungtempo. You can easily find writing of renowned Hong Kong calligraphers on the archway and everywhere inside Tsinghungtempo. This is a cultural feature of Tsinghungtempo. Upon entering the Great Palace, you will see the bell tower and drum tower, which are indispensable in Taoist palaces. In the morning, the bell is rung before the drum is beaten. In the evening, the drum is beaten first and then the bell is rung. The routine serves as a reminder to people living in the palace to take rest. It also means to call upon the deities and spirits, boost the solemnity of the palace, or serve as an alarm or a form of encouragement. Before entering the Great Palace, one must pass through this Chaobai Pavilion. Chaobai Pavilion is where worshippers pay tribute to the gods. In many Taoist temples, due to the limited space of the main palace, there will be a Chaobai Pavilion for worshippers burning incenses, paying tribute or praying. Tsinghungtempo is no exception. The building beside Chaobai Pavilion is Yunshui Hall, which used to be the residence of former Tsinghungtempo chief Hao Baoyun. The ground floor houses numerous calligraphies and paintings available for the public's appreciation. One corner of the Great Palace houses Yihe House, which also serves as the Qike. Qike is one of the 24 departments in traditional Taoist organization, responsible for picking up and seeing off visitors. Now in Tsinghungtempo, here is the general office. We are heading to the Great Palace. The grandeur of the building finds expression in the double upturned eaves, and the roof is covered by roof tile in yellow color, symbolizing centrality and eternity. The Great Palace of Tsinghungtempo enshrined the 3 founding masters of Longmen faction and Chuanjian school, namely Liu Qingyang, Wang Chongyang, Qiu Changchun. They are the most important figure of the Longmen faction of the Chuanjian school. The figure in the middle is Lu. Wang and Qiu are on both sides. Lu is actually Lu Dongbin, one of the 8 immortals. The Chuanjian Taoist school was founded by Wang, who was a disciple of Lu, and Lu was the master of Qiu, who later founded the Longmen faction. The relations of these 3 founding masters encapsulates how Taoist knowledge is passed down the generations within the Longmen faction of Chuanjian school. Thus all 3 masters are enshrined together in the Great Palace. Once we get into a Taoist temple, all our troubles are left behind. We would want to pay tribute to various deities. Taoist worship usually involves 3 kneeling and 9 head knockings, which is the most solemn form, and 3 Gs, the simpler form. Visitors who are not familiar with Taoist ritual only have to bow 3 times to the religious statues solemnly and quietly. Tsinghungtempo has about 100 priests. They are responsible for organizing Taoist rituals and praying sessions for people alive and the deceased. A grand ceremony called Fa Kuei will be held on Qingming Festival and Chongyin Festival to demonstrate the Chinese virtue of filial piety and for people to commemorate deceased family members. Large rituals are also held to commemorate the birthdays of various deities or pray for victims of disaster in the world. Whenever a large ritual is held, this place is full of Taoist followers. On the first floor of the Great Palace is a little penthouse called Shulun Terrace, where Fuji is held every week. Fuji, or spirit writing, is a form of communication with spirits. It involves the jishou, or planchette hands, taking messages and guidance from spirits in order to help ordinary people resolve their problems. We are now in Cixi Palace. Cixi refers to 4 members, namely Huang Xianqian, Bai Mei, Bi Luo, and Li Zhinang. The 4 were acting mentors, instructors of Tsinghungtempo. They are responsible for giving public lectures and promoting Taoism. Several ancestral halls are available in Tsinghungtempo for the public to set up the shrines of their deceased relatives. This is a form of public service designed to help people find a permanent space for worshipping their deceased relatives. It also educates the younger generations on the traditional Chinese concept of be careful about the parents to the end and continue in reverence after they are long gone. As a religious charity group, Tsinghungtempo offers not only religious services but also a variety of cultural, medical and elderly services. Here we have both male and female elderly homes. Wan Qin House is the elderly home catering for female residents. Marked by its archaic beauty, the building is listed as a heritage building for protection by the government. Adjacent to the building is Qian'an House for male residents. Apart from its commitment of offering religious and community services to the public, Tsinghungtempo also values the importance of spiritual health. This is why here we have a peaceful traditional Chinese garden with numerous pavilions, terraces, plantings, artificial hills and stones. The most representative of all, however, are the wide range of plants and bonsai. In the past, Abbot Hao Baoyun grew the plants and took care of the bonsai. Since then, those plants and bonsai have become a famous feature of Tsinghungtempo. Every April, a plant and bonsai exposition will be held, which attracts many plant lovers to Tsinghungtempo. Adjacent to the back garden in Tsinghungtempo is a bronze statue of Master Hao Baoyun, a devoted preacher of Taoism and a key contributor of the establishment of Tsinghungtempo. Although he passed away in 1999, he will never be forgotten. Tsinghungtempo is not only an important Taoist spot in Hong Kong, but is also a verdant, serene park. It is considered as the lungs of Tuen Mun, and we welcome you to explore this hidden gem.